Yeah, NXT have got quite a lot to live up to here, haven't they? AEW put on a cracking show. I didn't need to tell the joke then, did I, really? There's the best jokes, the ones you don't need to tell. Alright, let's start things off then. Yeah, that's it. We don't need to make the joke because we all know what the joke was going to be. Oh, my drug alarm's going off. Right, so Ilja Dragunov, Big Volta, Killian Dane. My name's Killian Dane. Everyone gets the joke. So the winner of this one then will go on to face off against... It is Pete Dunne, isn't it? Is it Pete Dunne? It's Pete Dunne. It's Pete Dunne. For the NXT UK Championship. What's happening here? Oh. I thought Guardiola had hurt himself there for a second. He's just laying on the floor watching the game. Oh, Killian Dane trying to flatten Walter, but Walter just stands him up. Is it really? God, why is my completely legal way of watching the football so far behind? It is as well. It's ah, go on. Love it. A name for a superstar you're creating. What sort of superstar is it, Fat Badger? Is it a big powerhouse? Is it a high flyer? A technical wrestler? Are they American or Oriental or Latin? Or have you not made it yet? I'm sure together we can throw you some names. Walter completely misses the clothesline on Ilja. Liverpool Chloe. Technical American wrestler called the Cyborg. Oh, that's a tricky one, man. Isn't there someone called Chris Cyborg? Isn't there Chris Cyborg something? I can't remember now. There is a website that I've used before when I was doing the jobbers, my AEW Universe mode. Wrestling name generator. There we go. Wrestling name generator. Male generate. Jack Canyon, Scotty Slaughter, Luigi Martin, Kurt Dubrovnik, Butch Sanchez, Vlad Suzuki, Gabriel Martin, Kid Anderson, Noah Wilson, Logan Johnson, Kevin Hogan, Kevin Muscle, Jack Gray, Brock Muscle, Brock Perez, Hugo Henderson, Brock Stone. It likes Brock, doesn't it? Wayne Davis, Jack the Cyborg Lopez. There's quite a few, weren't there, really, I suppose. It loves Brock. Rick Rodriguez, the beast from the East. Zach Hernandez, Mickey Lee, Mason Gonzalez, Vlad Ivanov, Dimitri Matthews, I quite like this website, to be honest. Mustafa Garcia. There's quite a few random names out there you can pick from. It still amazes me that Dexter Lumis is in NXT, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. I've not seen him in a long time, but I just remember him being Jack Cannon. I like Jack Cannon, actually. It makes me think that he's got like some really strong left and right punches. He'd be a really good striker. Yeah, I mean, I've not seen much of Dexter Lumis, to be honest, since I remember watching him in Impact all those years ago when he came through a gut check as Sam Shaw and he was very, very green. I'm assuming he seems to be a better... I remember they brought him back in Impact and he had that sort of dark, sort of twisted demeanour and it was pretty interesting, but it sounds like he's doing better in NXT now. Walter with the elbow in the face of Ilja. He could be a good striker. Wasn't there a footballer, was it a German goalkeeper that became a wrestler in WWE, wasn't it? I can't remember now. I remember something like that. So like I say, I've not watched NXT a lot recently, but that's the sort of character I think I would like. I do often enjoy those sort of dark, twisted characters. Weird, crazy, dark and twisted. That's my sort of thing. That's why I like the Dark Order and the Undertaker and Kane and anything like that. Vampiro, Sting. Any sort of dark, twisted character always gets my attention. Nice Death Valley driver there by Killian Dane and Ilja Dragunov. Walter fights free. Walter, big clothesline. Of course, Walter lost the UK Championship to Pete Dunne. He'd love to get himself back there. I'll have to have a look after this, Jay. Yeah, send it on Discord. I'll have a look. Weird, crazy, dark and twisted. That's my dating profile, that is. Weird I don't get many likes. Walter just squeezing the head of Killian Dane. Walter now dragging Ilja away from the corner into the pin. There's the one, the two. Oh, he's not quite pulled it off yet, though. Ilja swinging rights and lefts, but Walter catches him with the back elbow, then the strong clothesline, knocking him down. Into the pin he goes for the one, the two. Only a 2 count. Walter trying to catch Dane from behind. Dane went for the crossbody. Walter avoids it, and I'm going to go for a pin. He's pretty up to... Oh my god, he won it. How did he win that? How did he win that? Justin, you've turned up for the first match of the second card. We've still got 6 matches remaining. Okay, you must be earlier than... Oh, you're not earlier, are you? I'm just later than normal. We had a bit of a stream issue. So we had to restart. Which was... I'm not going to blame anybody or point any fingers. But it was completely my fault. But I'm still going to blame Jay anyway, just in case. Sounds like good online. The only problem is online championship is I'm scheduled to stream every night now until Sunday's my next night off. That's the problem. No, it was my fault, Chloe. I thought it was the internet, but it wasn't. I figured it out afterwards. Essentially, I was uploading videos at the same time as streaming, and when it got to the processing stage, my YouTube account couldn't handle doing both things at once, and it sort of froze the stream while it was doing the processing. Yeah, so it was all my fault, to be honest. Hey-ho. I quite liked Sanity, to be honest, but they had no interest in using him on the main show, did they, really? So hopefully he gets a decent run in Imperium. If he doesn't, they should just let him go, I think. Here we go then, first round of the Dusty Classic. I've not heard that phrase before, Justin, but I quite like that, to be honest. Yeah, there's a problem just between the keyboard and the chair. I'm going to use that at work. I like that. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird ending, wasn't it? Jay, I must admit. So Killian Dane went for the running crossbody and just completely missed it. And then Walter just managed to pin him from it. But we've still got some interesting matches tonight. AEW had a few crackers. So it'll be interesting to see if they can... if NXT can really fight back on that. Cedric now wrenching back at the arm of Angelo Dawkins while Montez Ford throwing Ricochet around. AEW got 2 5-star matches. Wow. NXT's got a lot of work to do here to try and catch up with that then, haven't they? Yeah, maybe you can take it in turns to stream. I don't know, stream like an hour and a half each and watch each other's stream to help each other out. I would come up. The problem is with when I am on this, obviously, my job involves me sitting in front of a computer a lot of my day as well. I mean, I've been doing reports and all sorts today. Does my head in these sort of days. Literally just spent 10 hours making different numbers in Excel, which I quite enjoy doing for ranking systems, don't get me wrong, but for my work it gets really boring really quickly. So I spend all those hours in front of a computer, then come home and sit in front of a computer. So I tend to, when I'm not streaming myself, I tend to just not look at a computer for a while. Are you on furlough, Jay, at the moment? I'm assuming you're not at work, are you? Because you're a chef, didn't you say? So a lot of those places aren't open, I suppose, at the moment, are they? Because I'm sure you're like streaming 24/7 most of the time. The only time you're not streaming is when I'm streaming. Cedric with the knees in the face of Angelo Dawkins. Ricochet heading up top. In for the... Oh, Ricochet went for the elbow drop and Cedric accidentally ran in the way. Okay. Ricochet up top once again. This time actually going for the senton misses. Montez now bringing Ricochet back up to his feet now into a DDT. Cedric stalking Dawkins. Oh. I can imagine life is always strange with Jay, Chloe. And the Street Profits get the win against Cedric and Ricochet. That's a surprise. That is a surprise. Are you back out on work on Monday, Jay? Because some of the pubs and that are reopening Monday, aren't they? You back in on Monday? So that is a win for the Street Profits and a loss for the team of Cedric and Ricochet. And it's also a win for Cedric and Ricochet. No, it's not. What am I doing here? It was a loss for Cedric and Ricochet. I've just given Cedric a win. No. It's a loss for Cedric and Ricochet. And a win for Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. There we go. Stalking Dawkins. I reckon you are, Chloe. I think you're going to be a... I think you're a weatherman. That's what you are. Right, next up then, TJ Perkins versus Drew Gulak. You said I'd never guess, so I thought it was something really out there. I thought weatherman might be the right person. Because that's incredibly unlikely. No? Oh, I was close. Was I close? She said it was really... I wouldn't guess it, Lucha, so I thought it was going to be something completely out there. I thought I was doing well there. Okay. Most girls have a job, is it? It's gonna be like mum, isn't it? Some of that, isn't it? This feels like a riddle that I'm not gonna get right. Jay, that's your girlfriend you're talking about there, you know. I thought it was a riddle. OnlyFans. Surely most girls in their life do become a mum at some point. Is that, and it is a job, isn't it? It's a very difficult thing to do. Am I getting myself out of this hole, or am I still digging? I'm not quite sure at the moment, to be honest. You've got Jay, it's not far away. Sorry, Jay, I've been bullying you a lot today, haven't I? Do you work behind a bar in the same pub that Jay's a chef in? Oh, hairdresser. Ah, that makes sense. Stop before you get sued. Justin, I'm so deep in this hole, I'm going to be in your living room soon. Oh, I'm doing well here tonight. At least I'm entertaining myself, if not anyone else. You're right. I didn't want to... You said I'd never guess, so I didn't want to assume hairdresser, because that's quite a common job for members of the female world. Not that I'm assuming your gender, but that's an even more difficult situation. I don't think I'm going to win this situation, am I? Isn't it quite easy to make money on OnlyFans if you're a female, isn't it? identify as a calculator. That's perfectly fine, Lucha Reject. If it makes you feel better, we'll have to create some sort of calculator championship. Drew Gulak with another big win. 2 big wins in a row now for Drew Gulak. A big win last week against Kyle O'Reilly and now beating TJP as well. Which was a good way for me to back away from that conversation by having a win. Okay. She could be a gladiator. We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to say anything now, are we? Oh, an advent calendar. I thought you said Oh, you did say calculator. No, you're an advent calendar. Okay, that's fine. You're allowed to do that this day and age, and you're allowed to change that quickly without anybody saying anything as well. That's the rules. I identify as Bull Dempsey's left toenail. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's allowed. It is allowed. I shall not say anything differently because I believe YouTube have a very stern policy on this sort of stuff. What flavour pot of noodles? You see they're doing pot noodles now that don't come with a pot as well. How weird is that? Yeah, that's what I was going to say to Jay. I think that's a good shout. Thank you for saving me from this difficult conversation that I seem to have got myself buried in. So at the moment, we've got Phantasma's the champ. Phantasma versus Gulak. Are we going to add another one to that match, or we can leave that as one-on-one? I think Gulak definitely deserves an opportunity after the good couple of wins he's had. I must admit, I do like Judge Judy as well. It's weird you should say about Dr. Phil on the last one because we watched a lot of the PewDiePie Dr. Phil videos over the last 24 hours. Ah, I'm with you. The Book of Shabby. Well, if you're not offended, Chloe, I'm not doing my job very well, am I? I'm not getting involved in any of this. If you want to be a pot noodle, then you are fine to be a pot noodle. I cannot say or dissay anything else otherwise. Pot noodles are very important members of society. The dislikes are in, by the way. 9 likes, 5 dislikes. We've had a little friend visit on all 5 of his accounts by the looks of it. Yeah, I'll add that one in, Jay. What's that, Justin? The dislike thing. We've had some weird dislike things going on the last few days, Justin. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but it's confusing. I think somebody I banned from the channel a while ago is fighting us back. Well, essentially the last 3 streams, for some reason out of nowhere, we've just been spammed with like 10 dislikes in the space of 30 seconds. And then we get no more dislikes throughout the entire stream. It's just a bit weird. And the same thing's happened again today. We've got 6 today. We've got 6 dislikes in the space of 30 odd seconds. Which I know because I keep refreshing my page so I can see when the dislikes come in. All the dislikes come in at a really short period of time, and then it doesn't happen again. But it's been the last 3 or 4 streams it's happened. It's been really, really weird. Yeah, it turns out, Justin, that guy has got about 5 accounts. Which I can block from commenting on the videos, but I can't block from watching or disliking the videos. So I'm assuming after a while, might just get bored. To be honest with you. And then we can carry on. It doesn't really matter to me. Like I said before, a dislike doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It just makes it easier for me to judge what you guys are enjoying and what you're not if they're being used correctly. But there you go. Hey ho, it doesn't matter. Kalisto with the win. Gran Metalik with the loss. And Kalisto is going to go on and join Phantasma and Drugulak. Fighting for the old Cruiserweight Championship belt at the old pay-per-view. Miladis. And Ladettes. Of course, I don't want to, again, offend the 3.1% of my female audience that I currently have. Right, here we go. I like that, Justin, because I made the same joke yesterday. I like the way we're on the same page with that one. It is true, isn't it? It seems that way. I think that might have happened, to be honest, Lucha, the first night. Well, that's what I'm thinking as well, Justin, because I know that Jay has been streaming and a couple of the others have been streaming as well, all from Discord, all the people from Discord that have been streaming and that, and they've all been suffering the same thing. They're all getting spammed with dislikes straight away. So I'm wondering whether he's not just... like this is a bit of a conspiracy theory from my point of view, whether he's not just attacking me, but whether also other people in the channel as well. Yeah, we can do it as a ladder match, Jay. I'm happy with that. That's what I was going to say. If Jay, if you could have a look at some point, like I said earlier on, if you have a look and see who your subscribers are, and just see if he's subscribed, because then he'll know when you're streaming. He knows when you are streaming. He knows when you're going live. He pops into just dislike the vids, then goes off like a child. That's made of a pretty cool song there. I like that. Yeah, and Luca, and you're part of our Discord as well, aren't you? I'm just wondering if there's somebody, if he's got another account in the Discord, and he sees when you are sharing your videos. Maybe. Might be worth doing, by the way, Jay. If you're going to stream after this, don't share your stream on Discord and see if you still get the same problem. That'd be interesting to see. Then we'll be able to see if it's a something direct with Discord or not. Currently, Jay, we have got 3 matches free next week. When I say next week, I mean tomorrow. And then we've got everything at the pay-per-view sorted already. So you've not got a lot left to play with, to be honest. I mean, NXT UK Championship is now sorted. That's Pete Dunne versus Walter. NXT Women's Championship, we'll find out about. North American Championship then is going to be Keith Lee versus the winner of our triple threat tonight versus the winner of our main event next week as well. / tomorrow again, obviously. So we just need to do something to do with our Women's Championship then, because we're having the Women's Championship match tonight. We'll have to get a #1 contender tomorrow for the pay-per-view again. Yeah, Jay, like I said, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like I said, it's actually better to get a dislike than it is to get nothing because it counts as an interaction on the video. It just helps if they're realistic, then you can figure out whether people are actually liking or disliking what you're doing. That way you can change it. But like I say, I'm sure eventually whoever's doing it will become bored and finish. And then we can all get on. I mean, we could all see it's something weird and something different because it's only happened over the past few days, hasn't it? It's not been something consistently going on. It's literally just been the past few days. So there's obviously something weird going on. Yeah, if you want to add another cruiserweight into that ladder match, that's a possibility. So next episode, we're going to have 3 Dusty Classic semis between the winners of all of the previous 3 shows. Then those 3 teams will go on to join Imperium to fight for the Tag Team Championships at the pay-per-view. We've got Pete Dunne versus Walter. Next episode, we've also got Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe in the North American Championship as well. An Undisputed Era pick up the victory here. I mean, that's probably understandable, this one. I mean, I do like the team of Oney Lorcan and Danny and Burch. Danny Burch? It is Danny Burch, isn't it? Yeah. I quite like that team, and I would like to see them do much more. But they really have their own things going on, don't they, I suppose? That's... And... Well, you might have messed something up here, you know. Did I not... Have I missed a ranking here somewhere? Mustache Mountain versus Grizzled Young Vets. I did. I missed it. Okay. Well, they got +1. There we go. Right, there we go. And that was our 5th match of the show, I believe. Yes, we've got 2 matches remaining. We've got a triple threat to put somebody into the North American Championship match at the pay-per-view. And then we've also got the NXT Women's Championship match, Io Shirai versus Charlotte, as our main event of the evening. Right, here we go then. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah, no problem, Jay. I can sort that out. So we've only got 3 matches spare in the next episode. If you want to do a women's match as well. That's the problem, Justin. I vaguely remember doing that. It was only a few seconds ago, and I vaguely remember doing it, and I can't remember what I did and where it happened. I'm sure I sung that in my head, but evidently I didn't sing it in my head, did I? There she goes. There she goes again. See, I can sing. I'm good singing now. So this match stemmed from last episode then. It was Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream. Kevin Owens ran down to the ring and just basically threw Adam Cole against the ropes and hit him with a pop-up powerbomb. And from there on, of course, Adam Cole won the match by disqualification. Velveteen wasn't impressed, and we ended up making this triple threat out of it. I'll tell you what I did today at work. It was hilarious. It wasn't at work. I went to McDonald's for lunch today. I'd had a bit of a crappy day, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go treat myself to McDonald's for lunch. I went round, I sat in the drive-through queue. It was quite a long queue, to be honest, about sort of 10-15 minutes to get my stuff. I got to the front of the queue. She handed the food out the window, went, "Here you go, sir. Sorry about your wait." And I just turned around, without even thinking, it just came out straight away and went, "It's not your fault I eat too much." And just drove off. She was wetting herself. She thought it was hilarious. "Sorry about your wait, sir. It's not your fault I eat too much, is it?" Oh, I like that. Again, as long as I entertain myself during the day, I'm pretty happy. Adam Cole, nice neck breaker on Kevin Owens. It's a bit of a lazy pin here by Adam Cole, to be honest, and yeah, he felt the repercussions by slamming his neck against that bottom rope. You can also see there's something dodgy going on as well by the fact that we've had 2 streams tonight. One that lasted an hour and this one's got an hour and a half. So the one that lasted an hour had 11 likes, 0 dislikes. And the one that's lasted an hour and a half has got 11 likes, which I'm assuming is probably the same people, and 0 dislikes. I know. And 5 dislikes. I can't explain myself very well, can I? My brain not functioning English well. Velveteen taking Adam Cole down. Nice boot right in the face of Velveteen. Yeah, it was the same sort of thing here, Justin, because KFC was the first ones to open in the UK, and I saw some massive, massive queues. I mean, today was the first time I've been to McDonald's since it reopened. It's been only open for like 3 or 4 weeks now. And today was the first day I bothered going. I mean, I don't mind queuing if it's in work time. In my own personal time, I wouldn't do it. But since it's in work time, I don't mind queuing. I'm happy enough. I just sat there in the queue watching YouTube videos on my phone, which I know you can actually get fined for now, can't you? So then I actually didn't do that. I was being a good driver. 10 and 2. Seatbelt on. Yeah, all the good stuff. Please don't find me, YouTube. Velveteen heading up to the top. And Velveteen just stood there while Kevin Owens came over and just removed him from the top rope. Owens with a pin on Adam Cole. Only a 1 count. Owens sending Cole into the corner now. Cole comes out with the elbow boot in the gut of Kevin Owens, and up he goes. No, Owens able to break free. Taking Adam Cole down. It's sort of like they just want to get rid of Velveteen and fight between themselves at this rate, isn't it? Jay, I can see you sending these matches through on Discord. Remember, we've only got 3 matches available next episode, and that's it. So we'll have to pick the 3 we're going to go with. Velveteen heads up top. This could be Velveteen's opportunity. Dropping the big elbow, the Purple Rain elbow onto Kevin Owens. Cole's on the outside. And No, Owens kicks out. Yeah, that was a good thing, Justin, weren't it, really? A lot of people have learnt how to properly cook on that now with this whole lockdown thing happening. I did a lot of decoration because I'm in a... I moved into a new build house about 2 years ago. And you're not really allowed to do anything with it for the first year or so. I really enjoyed it. I mean, if I can get another 12 weeks off next week, I'll be very happy. Adam Cole getting pinned now by Kevin Owens. Only a 1 count. Velveteen's back up. Owens hasn't noticed. Velveteen with a right hand on the back of Owens and a forearm as well. Velveteen now forcing the knee into the throat of Kevin Owens. Adam Cole swings. Velveteen fights back. Big clothesline. Pinned by Velveteen on Adam Cole again. Only a 2 count. Velveteen looking very dominant here at the moment. Nice pin. Only a 2 count though by Velveteen and Adam Cole. Kevin Owens now pop-up powerbomb on good old Velveteen. Dream is enough. It is to put Kevin Owens in that match at the pay-per-view against Keith Lee for the North American Championship. Of course, that's going to be a triple threat. We're going to find out the third and final man next episode when we're going to see Seth Rollins go up against Samoa Joe. Yep, Lucha Reject knows what my noises were. Yeah, Jay, I've seen them. The only thing I would say is maybe whatever we do, women-wise, probably should involve Viper. You've got Viper versus Kaylee Ray there. That might be... well, I think Viper should be involved because she is top of the rankings at this point in time. Good win there by Kevin Owens. I mean, this was a pretty good match, Lucha Reject. I'm not saying it was 5-star, but it was a pretty good match. I think NXT was always going to struggle to follow AEW tonight, wasn't it, really? By the way, what I'm going to do as well, just so I don't annoy anybody, is I am going to be re-uploading all of this in a few weeks' time. Yeah, Justin, especially since we're going to add either Seth Rollins or Samoa Joe to that match as well. That's going to be incredible. Yeah, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be uploading these individual episodes in the next few weeks as well. So I don't want to annoy you by, if you don't want to watch it twice, you don't need to. It's just an easier way to put them back up. So for example, I'm going to upload the full bowler tournament as individual shows next week. Just in case you want to go back and watch me again in the future, you won't have to go through the streams and everything. They'll be easier to watch. And the same with this as well. We're going to do the same thing with these in a few weeks' time. And of course, on Saturday, I am going to be re-uploading the MLW Battle Riot. You know, you've got to, wouldn't you? We've got to showcase our Lord and Saviour. Yeah, no matter who wins, Joe or Rollins, it's going to be amazing. I feel like Joe might be better just because it'll be 3 big, strong, but still surprisingly agile guys in the match together. But I wouldn't be that disappointed if Seth won it, to be honest. Okay. I'm just going to shut my curtains because that's pretty freaky. Ah, okay. Sorry, I just noticed there was someone stood outside my house looking basically at me, which is not ideal. But I don't think they were being weird. I think the problem is that I'm sat in front of the window with like 3 monitors and a laptop all on the go at the same time on my desk. I probably do stick out a little bit when people walk past my house, but there you go. It's still a bit weird. As it has an own goal, did it, Lucha? I wasn't sure. I mean, it looked like it could have been, but I wasn't sure whether Sterling was going in or not. It was almost 5-0 then as well, actually. Yeah. I mean, I probably am a bit of a... I mean, when people look at me out their windows, they must think I'm a bit weird. I mean, I came back from work today, and it was still dry when I came back from work. I came back from work, and the cats were there by the door waiting for me, and then I opened the back door, we went and sat in the garden, and I just laid in the grass in the middle of the garden, just laying there flat on my back in my work gear, while they were running around me. So yeah, if someone looked out their window, then they probably would have thought, what the hell is that weirdo doing laying on the floor out there? Yeah, I suppose. I'm a nut job. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What you going to do? When the nut job comes for you. Sometimes I should just stay quiet, shouldn't I, really? Yeah. Yeah, that's also a thought, actually, online. I do have the back door open all the time. Because the cats like to walk in and out the back garden by themselves. And I do reckon if I do shout something, then people can hear it, yeah. Yeah, people hear me screaming the word Jeff Cobb. Because the way my house is positioned as well, I've got my back garden goes onto the back of somebody else's back garden. So like, I've basically got like 5 gardens around my back garden, if that makes sense. In like a U shape, so yeah, we're all... a bit weird. Okay, Justin, this is the final match of the stream, by the way, Justin, if you're not back. If you don't come back quickly. But I'm looking to try and get our first retro episode up next week as well, by the way. Yeah, it was gone as an own goal, yeah. At Oxlade Chamberlain. Charlotte now dropping the boots onto Io Shirai. Brings her back up, tries to roll her through, but Charlotte now sending Io Shirai crashing to the outside. Charlotte back in now, swinging Io Shirai and landing her face first in the middle of the ring. Charlotte now bringing Io back up and into the spear. Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay, that could have been interesting. Very interesting indeed. I mean, if Charlotte does win this, do we look at giving Io an opportunity to get it back at the pay-per-view? Along with a winner of a #1 contendership in a few days' time? I don't know. How do we feel about that? Or do we just go, oh, Charlotte goes into the figure 8. But Io able to loosen it off. I mean, I've never really been a big fan, actually, of automatic rematches. Maybe Io would have to earn it. She'll ride that into the air raid, but then again, we might be having a completely pointless conversation here as Io into the pin, only a 2 count. Yeah, maybe we give her the rematch, but maybe we could throw somebody else in there as well. I mean, Viper's the top of the... Well, Viper, apart from Charlotte, is top of the rankings. Io now, she's going to go for that big moonsault onto Charlotte. That's the odd thing. I mean, well, I said the odd thing. That was a bit of a sexist thing to say, wasn't it, really? But the women's match has probably been the standout match from both shows so far. It was the top match on AEW, and it looks like it could be the top match here on NXT as well. Charlotte rolls to the outside. Io's going to go big with an axe handle right into the head of Charlotte. Yeah, we'll do Luca. I'll read it before we finish things off. It's 10-10 already. Attempted air raid slam by Io Shirai, broken free by Charlotte with the elbows to the back of the head. Charlotte now with a shin breaker. Yeah, count out would be terrible after all of that. Charlotte now, she's gone, well, she's hit the spear, she's hit the figure eight, and now she's gone natural selection on Io Shirai as well. She's got to win everything, hasn't she? She just has to win everything, doesn't she, Charlotte? She just always has to win, no matter what. Well, there we go. Charlotte Flair is your brand new NXT Women's Champion. She had that big win last week, and now she has built upon that by beating Io Shirai and becoming the NXT Women's Champion. That's going to make a lot of people very happy. So there we go. Charlotte wins the belt. It was a very good match. I think it was the best match of the night. Not quite sure it was at the 5-star level, but it was very, very close, if not on there. But now we know that Charlotte will defend the Women's Championship at the pay-per-view. So now, let's have this discussion then. Well, I don't need to have the discussion because that's what I was about to suggest, Jay, to be honest. That's what I was going to say. I mean, do we go for Io versus Piper number 1 contendership, or do we go Piper versus Kaylee Ray number 1 contendership and put Io in there automatically using her rematch clause? What do you guys think is the best option? I mean, at the moment, we already have... Well, we're going to have a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. We're going to have a Fatal 4-Way Ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship. We've got a triple threat between Karrion Kroos, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest. And we're going to have a triple threat for the North American Championship as well. I mean, if we make that Women's Championship a triple threat as well, it might be a bit too much, maybe. So maybe we just do Io Shirai versus Piper Niven for number 1 contendership. Io Shirai versus Piper Niven versus Kaylee Ray. That's not a bad shout, actually. We could do that at some point. We could do like a rumble involving people representing different brands, and the winning brand gets a reward. Okay, so we'll do a triple threat next week then. Or when I say next week, I mean tomorrow. Io Shirai, however you pronounce it. Yeah, I never spell it right. Versus Viper. Versus Kaylee Ray. And that's a women's number 1 contendership. Yeah, it was Lucha, wasn't it? It was the best NXT show yet. It's just unfortunate for them that it was also the best AEW show as well. There we go, women's number 1 contendership. Okay. What are we doing then? We're doing... I mean, can you make a 5-man ladder match? I don't know, actually.